All right, throwing the ball, Malik was 17 of 25 for 260, 2 TDs and a pick. He got hit as he was throwing the one pick. Evan was 13 of 19 for 227, 2 TDs and an interception. His was a ball, that deep ball that he gave the defender a better chance than the offensive player. Nkosi had 6 for 12 for 88 and a touchdown. Weldon was 1 for 5 for 11. Weldon went mainly with the 3 unit. Homer had 6 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. Atkins had 8 carries for 17. Chalk or Gray had 6 for 11. Barrows had 1 carry for 10. Walton had 3 carries, no yards. Receiving the ball, Langham is starting to continue to play big for us. Had a big day, 6 catches, 97 yards and a touchdown. Barrows had another big day, 6 catches for 107 yards. Harley had 3 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown. Herndon had 4 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown. DJ Dallas had 4 catches for 53 yards. Mullins had 2 catches for 33, 1 was a touchdown. And Dayall had 2 catches for 11 yards, a touchdown, and a fumble. Had 1 or 2 drop balls. Mostly guys made catches. Defensively, Carter had 8 tackles and a tackle for loss. Joe Jackson had 6 tackles. 5 of them were sacks. McLeod had 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Jaquan had 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. Javonte Dean had 4 tackles, 4 tackles, 1 forced fumble. Michael Jackson had 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack. Finley had 3 tackles and a sack. Smith had 3 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. That was Mike, probably. McIntosh had 3 tackles. McCray had 3 tackles. DJ Johnson had 2 tackles, 1 sack. Norton had 2 tackles and a tackle for loss. Pinckney had 1 tackle and an interception. Garvin 1 tackle, 1 sack, 1 pass breakup. Patchen 1 tackle, 1 sack, 1 pass breakup. So that's kind of the numbers there. I mean, offense definitely had a better day than the first scrimmage, and definitely a better day than yesterday. It started with protection in the passing game, had excellent protection with the number 1 unit in particular. Number 2s had their moments where we protected, and when we did protect, we mostly made good throws and caught the ball, made good decisions. You know, ran the ball well at times. You know, defensively, when we got into our 3rd downs, I think number 1 defense probably won every single rep of 3rd downs. Defense forced a field goal in an overtime situation, number 1 defense. And then number 1 offense was going to play off of that, trying to score a touchdown, and got a 1st and goal around the 3 or so, and the number 2 defense shut down the number 1 offense, and number 1 offense had to kick a field goal to tie, go into another overtime, which we just stopped at that point. You know, we have not put in goal line offense. It's obvious that we haven't. We're not very good, and I don't even know if we have the personnel to do it, quite frankly. We don't have some of the big fullbacks and tight ends that we've had in the past, so I got to figure out how to score on the goal line. But with that, I'll let you ask questions.
Are you seeing, you know, with Caden, you know, the 3s and obviously, you know, some pretty good stats, you know, with the 2 veteran quarterbacks, are you seeing separation? You know, are you any closer to naming the starting quarterback?
Yeah, I'm closer. I'll watch film again. We're about to watch it with the staff. We'll watch it with the players today. You know, Monday, Tuesday, more than likely. You know, by Tuesday, I'll have made up my mind whether or not I announce anything. I don't know, but more than likely I will by Tuesday.
Are you seeing 3 separating from 4, that kind of thing?
Well, we'll wait. We'll wait.
I'm on Richards.
Yeah, he pulled a hamstring. He pulled a hamstring.
And with Mark, Mark Wallen, I know he had the bruised hip. Was he limited kind of?
Well, we limited him because we know what he can do. He gets frustrated because he wants more carries, and I don't blame him. But we know what he can do. He has nothing to prove, and we're very short at that position too. If we had 3 young backs behind him that were ripping and snorting, we might have given him a little bit more.
Amari Carter, obviously, that's a lot of numbers for him, and Joe Jackson too. Any more context to who they were working against or what?
Some of that. I mean, if safeties are making a lot of tackles, it's not necessarily a good thing for the defense. You want your linebackers making the tackles, most of them, and it was more perimeter based. The number 1 offense had a really nice day. The number 2 offense had their moments against the number 1 defense. Even on the 1-minute drill, actually, the 2 offense scored against the 1 defense. And the 2 defense got a stop against the number 1 offense. I think it still turned into a field goal, and every field goal was made today, by the way, with our 1 and 2 unit. But we had a field, I'm sorry, we had the 1-minute drill today was need a field goal kind of before the half. So I think the offense did make the kick, but I'm saying the number 1 offense did make the kick, but number 2 offense actually scored a touchdown on that drive.
Mark, Malik said better numbers in the scrimmages. What will you be looking to make sure when you make your final decision that you'll make sure that what are some factors?
Well, I mean, what's good today? What was good for the offense was what was bad yesterday. Yesterday was just such bad execution. Today, very good execution, starting with protection. Like I said, guys running good routes, quarterback making good decisions, accurate throws, guys snatching the ball, getting yards after the catch, hitting guys on the run instead of throwing them a ball that forces them to stumble or whatever. I mean, he just pretty precise throwing and catching today with the number 1 unit especially. The first, you had Malik and Evan really sharp. Both hit almost 70% of their passes. Nkosi, hit about 50% of his passes. And again, he'll have bright moments, and then he'll do some things that, would get you beat. And so he's still trying to get there. Weldon's still trying to get there. And those are the only guys that got reps.
Couple more guys. For as unhappy as you were yesterday, how much happier were you?
Well, as an offensive coach, much happier. I mean, when you're executing, you're blocking, and you're, if you're play pass and you call certain routes against certain coverage, they went exactly the way they should. Guys getting open, guys making catches, guys throwing accurately. We ran the ball well at times. Just getting the hat on the right guy and guys fighting. And where before it was the big 3: turnovers, missed assignments, and penalties. That's all we did yesterday, and a couple days in practice. Our defense has knocked out more balls than I've ever seen in a camp. And hey, it's great that the offense is doing it, but you got to secure the ball. We have not secured the ball well at all. Today we did a much better job, but we did have one get knocked out. I think Dale had one knocked out, but we got better in that area. But we've had way too many of those. And then today we didn't have many turnovers. We had a couple turnovers, very few missed assignments that I can remember, and very few penalties.
Mark, I'm not sure we asked you this actually. Is Malik Rozier the one with the number 1 unit, or both of them?
Malik and Evan both did. Those guys took all the 1 reps today.
Okay.
And part of it was because what happened yesterday. I wanted the number 1 offense to be with some veteran guys to give them the best chance for success. Because, sometimes you're evaluating your players individually, and sometimes you're evaluating your offense and trying to create momentum, trying to create confidence in the group. And, I don't know if they were losing confidence or not, but I didn't want them to lose confidence. So today I set it up to where the guys that I knew that they knew what to do were with the 1 unit. And that was at all positions, not just quarterback.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, all right, guys.